that moon. We're on the Coronado Bay Bridge. Alec Graham for the KPG Radio, the only nuclear-powered radio station on God's green earth. We just took a bullet to the windshield. A gang of, what shall I say, ne'er-do-wells decided that we looked suspicious. They fired a couple of rounds at us, just grazed the windshield, as you can see. Of course, those of you who remember the other night when a woman jumped on our windshield and hit it with a high-heel shoe, that was a different car. This is a different configuration, but look at that moon. She's a beauty. Oh, moon of Alabama, we now must say goodbye. We've lost our good old mama, and must have whiskey, oh, you know why. Now, most people don't know, but they think that was a Doors song, and they think Jim Morrison wrote it. Well, it had nothing to do with it. It was from the Threepenny Opera, 1920, in Berlin, and Kurt Weill, Bertolt Brecht were the composer and the lyricist, and they made a magnificent play called the Threepenny Opera, but it was based on an original play called The Beggar's Opera by John Gay in 1893, I think. In England, it was about a bunch of criminals who were well organized, and they lived outside the law, but they never got caught, seemingly, and if they did, they were a very slick gang, let's put it that way. Anyway, you should look up the play. The Threepenny Opera was the more modern version, and Alabama song came from there. Oh, show us the way. That's the way it sounded. It was like syncopated jazz. Lottie Lania, if you know who Lottie Lania was, he was even mentioned in the reprise of it when Bobby Darin, Frank Sinatra, Ella Fitzgerald, and all of the luminaries, musical luminaries of the 30s and the 40s, they picked on Mac the Knife, even up until the 50s. Mac the Knife turned out, their version was that he was a hitman in Chicago, and he carried a knife, and he keeps it out of sight. And they went on to say that shark bites with its teeth, dear, and it shows them pearly white, just a jackknife, as old Mac Heath, dear, but he keeps it out of sight. And Morrison did it. He jumped on it too. He went, oh, that shark bites with his teeth, dear, and he showed them pearly white, 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 you. And that was his contribution to Mac the Knife. But I haven't heard anybody do it lately, but it might be a good song to do. Maybe I'll do it in like country western style, which could be cool or not. Well, there you have it. Smoke them if you got them. And if you don't, I've got them. Cigars, that is. I made the Lizard King, beautiful Cuban-esque cigar. I've also made another one called Pushkin, which is a famous Russian poet. Another one called King George. And what was the other one? Well, I made another one, but I can't think. Oh yeah, Nardo Republic, which is one of my favorite places in the world to go. It's like my family there, so I make these honorary cigars to either give out, like for example, King Amanpour, the greatest motorcycle attorney in San Diego. I made him one special, and we give him out in his name. And all we ask in return is that if anyone they know has had a motorcycle accident and they need the greatest lawyer on earth to defend them, King Amanpour is the one to go. I'm going to give his number, 619-333-3333. I said it, 619-333-3333. All the threes, 33, as they say in bingo. Anyway, so this whole cigar is also a promotion. It's a promotion for the business, and it's a promotion of goodwill because there's no sale behind it. It's a gift we give them. The only one that sells is, well, actually, the King George sells by kind of an interesting fellow. He dresses in the 1930s. His name is Nicholas, and he dresses like a gangster of the 30s. Oh, well, actually, of anyone who dressed smartly in those days, around the Depression era and the 30s on. And he has special clients he sells to. And of course, mine, the Lizard King cigar, is named after Jim Morrison because he once smoked a cigar, they both smoked a cigar, him and B.B. King on the stage. And it was a shot that was heard all around the world because B.B. King on the stage with Morrison just before the concert, and they lit up some Churchills, big ones. And you could see the look on Morrison's face and B.B. King's face. They were really enjoying them. In fact, I did a story about it in the Coronado Clarion. Look it up, Jim Morrison and B.B. King smoking a cigar. So, as in homage and as a tribute to Jim Morrison, the Lizard King, I've made a very special Nicaragua and Costa Rica leaf and filling. It's the closest thing you're ever going to get to a Cuban. And I have them custom made by my very own custom made cigar man, and they're fresh every day, and they're delicious. And sometime I'll instruct you how to really smoke a cigar. You don't bite it, you don't cut the top off, and all that cutting, you're cutting too much. You put a simple hole in the top, and you smoke it like a joint. It should never wet your lips. And then, about 30 minutes into it, put it down, and just sit down, and have a cup of tea or a beer, and you'll feel, about an hour later, you'll feel from the palate of your mouth, it's kind of like lluvia, a rain that descends from the palate for all of the flavors that were in the soil, like if there were fruit trees around, or there were, like apple or orange or whatever it is, whatever in that soil goes into the taste in that cigar. It's a wonderful thing. It's like a dump all at once of all of the ingredients that are in the soil, or the components that are in the soil. And so it's a rather unique way to smoke cigars. Don't do it any other way than that. Trust me, if you're really esoteric about smoking a cigar, don't chew it and get it wet and smoke it like it's painful. Savor it. Gently smoke it. A little tiny hole, about an inch deep inside. Just put it, some kind of ice pick in there or something. Gently smoke it. Don't bite it. Don't chew it up. And there you have it. We went long there. Daddy Longlegs.